What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, in this series, we like to discuss only 3 things we learned from the game which we played against Bournemouth. Listen, some may say we didn't deserve to win that game, and some may say we take 3 points no matter how they come in our hands, and some may even say that's the beauty of the game. Listen, we played against Crystal Palace last week or 2 weeks ago, and we played really well, but we came out with 1 point. And then come yesterday, we played really bad, especially in the first half, and we managed to get 3 points. So I mean, you can complain here and there, you can complain there and there, but I'll take 3 points still. But obviously, as a Chelsea fan, I would like us to display good performances every single day. But in these beginnings, or in this beginning of the season games, we need to just accumulate as many points as we can. Obviously, as we go down to many more games to come, then we can start building up our chemistry, our cohesion, style of play. We can get to understand each other better and better as we go down with the season. Now let's start with the first point. I want to talk about Chelsea always having 2 different games. Yes, of course, a game is a full 90 minutes, 45 in each half, but that doesn't mean we have to have 2 different games in each and every game. What I mean by that is, like, we played against City. We were kind of okay in both halves. Actually, no, we were good in the first half. Come second half, we just fell off. Now, after that, we played against Wolves. Against Wolves, first half, we were shit. And then come second half, we were better. No, not even better, we were great. We played Crystal Palace. First half, we were top of the game. We were top of our game. We played really well. And then come second half, we went to bed. We just fell off again. Now, we play against Bournemouth. First half wasn't great. Second half wasn't great either, but it was kind of okay compared to the first half. Now, we can't keep having, 2 games in 1 game. We need to start being consistent in each and every of our game. Now, I understand if a team can fail off for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 minutes. I understand that. But we can't treat these halves completely different from one another. We need to start performing on a full 90 basis, which then takes me to my next point about in-game management. Because I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from Maresca. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if Maresca was a shitty coach, or what some people might make him seem to be, or if he didn't have really good in-game management, we wouldn't have been seeing our team progresses usually in the second half. This is due to the right substitute at the right times, and which is something that I'm really glad to be a Chelsea fan for, because we have enough depth. You saw Pedro Neto wasn't having a good game yesterday at all. Come second half, he took him out, put Jadon Sancho. Jackson wasn't too bad, but then again wasn't really having the best of his games. Took him off, put Christopher Nkunku. So these are the depth that we've been crying for. We saw Joe Felix came on as well. So I'm really happy with how Maresca has been managing the games in-game management. I'm really happy. Then we go to my third and last point, because we know we don't like to take long discussing this. We just have to pick the 3 main ones. So my third point, Sancho has to start. I don't care what anybody says. I say this when we signed Sancho, that the way Maresca wants to play, the way we want to play as a Chelsea team, it really suits Jadon Sancho. I think we've watched him from Dortmund. At United, didn't really perform to his best, because the way that they play, he's not a counter-attack guy. He's a guy that can do link-up play, that can play in short spaces. He's a good passer. He's a good chance creator. And we saw when he came on, we were not using that left side when Neto was there, which is something that baffles me, because 2 games we've watched Neto play in that left side. We never really used that. But then as soon as he came out, we saw Jadon Sancho took the whole game. We started using Sancho on the left. I would like to give Neto the same opportunities as what we gave to Sancho. But hey, I'm not complaining because sometimes you gotta create these moments yourself. So Sancho has to start. And the reason why I'm saying Sancho has to start, it's not even because I'm hyping him too much or I think he's going to display all these kind of performances each and every week. No, I don't think so. But if you can give me 10, 15 performances like this, I'll take it. And the reason why I'm saying Sancho should start is because he's the kind of player that obviously wants to be supported. So what do? You gave him the man of the match. Personally, I wouldn't have given it to Sancho if I'm being honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he wasn't great. Sancho was great. An assist even tops it off. But I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't think I was going to give him the man of the match. Or actually going to give to Sanchez, because I think if it wasn't for Sanchez, we would have conceded at least 4 or 5 goals. He made some really big saves. I think Bournemouth had about 8 shots on target, and I think 5 or 6 of them were like really good goals that Sanchez saved it. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I was the one rooting for him to be out. Not me, not the last game, but I didn't want him to be my first choice goalkeeper. I wanted Jorgensen. Now, let me not run away from my point. My point was you need to keep the confidence of Sancho by, obviously giving him the man of the match. And also, he enjoyed his football. I think we saw that. So, if it was up to me, I would start him the next game. If he doesn't perform, again, we have Modric on the bench. We have Neto on the bench. We have so many players that we can put in that game. If any of our players don't really perform. Now, I was going to say, I wanted Jackson to start. Just because I don't think, of course, Nkunku is a better quality in the box than Jackson, but Jackson, I think, gives you a lot overall. Now, I'm not saying that I prefer Jackson to Christopher Nkunku. They're both good players, but I think for us to then cry for Nkunku to start, we have to do some tweakings, whether it's going to play as a 10 and then you move Cole Palmer to the right. I don't know, but I'll still start Jackson in the next game. Maybe Conference League, yes, we saw that Christopher Nkunku has been playing the Conference League, but even in cup games as well, let's start Christopher Nkunku. Or if Jackson doesn't seem to perform as the season progresses, we need to look into starting Christopher Nkunku because there's no doubt that he is a better quality in the box than Nicholas Jackson. And I like the idea that even the coach said it in his press conferences, which makes me believe that he knows what he's doing, because if he can tell you that Christopher Nkunku is a better quality in the box, it means he's just giving Jackson enough time to say, look, I gave you time. You're not performing. Maybe it's time I move on to someone else on the starting 11. But we saw his in-game management is really good. So, yeah, man, if you like the videos that I produce here, click the subscribe button and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.